Hello everyone. Okay, so today I've got a lot planned and I've got like an AFK farm, an egg farm, and a few other things, and we're also gonna get over to the villagers today. So hang tight and I'll see you guys when we're all at the end, and I'll take you guys around and show you everything. Alright, so first thing that I did was I came down and I made our little AFK spot. Now, one thing with a recent patch that is going on is if you're in the water AFKs now, you have to still eat, so you can't AFK overnight. It drains your food, which it wasn't doing that when I first started building this stuff, so I wasn't planning on that. But at least we know we can just take out the water and stand here and AFK. But it's at least built. So we've got that, and again, this slime farm is working pretty well. It starts off kind of slow and kicks into gear as you sit down here. We have so much slime upstairs. But yeah, so that's the first thing that I worked on today, or over the past few days actually, but for this video. So yeah, and then I'm gonna take you guys up and show you the egg farm. Alright, so here we just have an egg farm. Just, you can hear the chickens. It's just chickens in there, minus any redstone or anything that would normally turn like the eggs into chickens or anything else, because we just want the eggs. So yeah, they're sitting on the posts in there. There's 2 for each post, and it's doing pretty well. Now I made this because we have an idea that we want to try out for getting a bunch of wither roses, so we're doing that for that purpose. But as you see, I have this blocked off up here so that if any mobs happen to spawn or anything, they won't be able to get through this spot. So yeah, that's another thing that it took me a little bit of time to get down, make sure that they're not going to run out and disappear on me or anything else. But I just wanted to make sure there was full coverage underneath with the hoppers. And yeah, so that's just your simple basic iron farm. Next, we started doing some work over here with the villagers, and there was just a nice little glitch there. This side has worked amazingly well. That side we're having a little bit of problems with. I was bringing the people over way too fast, and Augustus had taken a break from the game for a moment, and I brought too many over, and now he's having troubles getting them to link up to their stuff. So we're having to get rid of some of them and get new, bring them in, and so that side's still getting worked on, but it's a work in progress. But over here, as you see, we've got it started set up. Now every one of these little things here is going to show what they take for trade, or what, that was a weird thing with water, what they take with trade, or if they have a book or whatever, just to kind of help us so we can get to where we need to go a little bit faster. Now up top, we went ahead and started messing with a little zombie dude, and got one of our enchanters down for name tags because, well, the cost was a bit much. It started off at 20 emeralds, and now, that's interesting, now he is down to just 2. So we did that whole, transition and everything else, but this has been a 2-day affair for just this area. Getting this all done. I did do some decorating here finally, to get it kind of filled in. Got moss down there, bushes. These are not true azalea trees. I just kind of put them together simple, easy, nothing spectacular. So yeah, but this is just in case anything does spawn inside so that they can't get out and attack the villagers, because they'll get injured and if not die. As you see, there's wool down there, so a sheep clearly tried to make the effort and didn't work out so well. So yeah, but we're gonna be trying to work on this here after a bit, and it might take a couple more days, and I wanted to make sure I got a video out. So we've got most of them. It's just redoing a handful of them that's gonna be the most time-consuming part. That, and also the part of making more, because you know they'll only make so many at a time. And I just failed on that one. Oh well. But yeah, it takes so long to get these guys to make them, and for them to grow up, and then we have to make sure that they're not a nitwit, make sure that they're actually able to take a job, you know, all that fun stuff. And we found out with this fantasy pack that we're in that the nitwits or unemployable are the ones that simply come out with just a belt. So we've been taking care of that along the way, making sure that they don't get transferred once we figured it out. That way it's one less step of anything that we have to worry about. I also dug a little trench around these guys because there was quite a bit of mobs that were trying to taunt the villagers. So we were taking care of that along the way as well. But so yeah, it's been a long handful of few days that I've been working on everything. We also started getting to the point where we were running out of rockets, and I had to kind of cheat and use the second player on the PlayStation to have a random selected person come in. It's actually a Augustus's other account, and it's labeled Donkfree, but the funny part is that instead of coming in as Donkfree, the game has changed his name to Steve. So we have not figured out why that's happening, but it's funny. So we like to joke about it. But yeah, there's also a couple of glitches. I went ahead and I took a video of all the little glitches that's going on. One of them is the anvil. It doesn't happen every time, but when we go to take a name tag, a group of name tags, and say we want to name them all the same thing, like farmer or shepherd or whatever, and say we take, you know, a handful of them, 8 or whatever, and go in here and we type it in to change the name, and we get it out, we spend our 1 XP to change the name on them, but then suddenly it pops back up into the box and it's unnamed and we have to redo it, and we still lost the XP from it. I mean, it's only 1 XP compared to my current 109, so it's not that much, but it's still something that we noticed. Another thing that we noticed was when I go to our AFK spot with the Guardians and sit there and try to repair my stuff, it's not repairing the gear that I'm wearing. Well, when I am up there and I'm getting the XP, if I take my gear, and I don't even have to be collecting the XP at the moment, all I have to do is plop it into my taskbar and then plop it back on, and all of it's fully healed. And it doesn't even, I don't have to be holding it, I could be holding my sword the entire time. So something's going on with that. It's not repairing them, the mending items, while I'm wearing them, but when I put them in the box, they repair. It's really weird. So yeah, another thing that when they changed the food portion of things in the last patch, we've noticed that a lot of things are costing a lot more food than what it used to. I'm sure that was probably part of their idea that they wanted to do. That's fine. It's just something that's new onto things. So, but yeah. Again, if you guys like anything that you saw, please comment. If you didn't like it, comment. You know, if you have another idea or a way to do something that, you know, hey, you should try doing this way because, you know, this produces faster or this works better. You know, shoot the ideas out. I'm not afraid to, you know, take criticism either. I know everything here kind of all looks the same. It's got the same pattern and stuff. I don't normally, if you saw the other pack that I did with the Greek pack, I don't normally keep everything looking identical all around. This just happened to be, you know, I like the pack. I like the glow lights. I like everything about it. So I just kind of went a little overboard with the patterns. So yeah. But all in all, I also forgot to mention, I did also make a spot for the fishermen down here. Instead of putting them up there like we had originally planned, I went ahead and made another spot down here, so we had extra spots up there for extra, you know, librarian, enchanters, etc. So we have 6 of these guys down here to help us out, and after we're done at the AFK, we come and sell them all the fish and everything from that. So it's just been a interesting thing, and we, as other people have mentioned in other videos that we've seen, there are spiders that are going into our little creeper farm here. It was supposed to be solely creeper. We did take the water out of this AFK because there's no reason to have it if it's going to cost us food. But yeah, there's spiders that have been spawning, coming down and through there, and somehow they're climbing out and over or something and getting down in here. So we have to kind of block ourselves in and make sure we're not going to get hurt while we're in here. But yeah, for the most part, everything's coming along. We should have the villager part, everything done shortly. I have not had any more issues with the bees since that last little bit there. They've been pretty well mannered ever since then. I don't know if it was just something that they fixed in the patch. Again, I don't keep up on every patch note. I just enjoy playing the game for the most part. Being creative, crafty, all that fun stuff. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Hope you liked what you saw so far, and again, if you have any comments or whatever, don't be afraid to leave them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!